Right, everyone, welcome back to the Desire Talks podcast. I'm your host, Ethan Bradbury, and today we are actually interviewing a real OG in the OnlyFans community. So, this guy, I have never met someone who was on OnlyFans before him. He is the first. He is like the first vampire in a long line of vampires. He started OnlyFans and he was like, here's my referral link. Come join. Now, he wasn't just like that, but he got a lot of people to start and he actually changed a lot of lives from people I've spoken to because he's been like, look, I'm making a butt fuck ton of money. Come have a go at what I do. I'll help you out. And then you can make a butt fuck ton of money too. And a lot of people have. So I'm going to introduce to you now Vince. Hi, everyone. So here is Vince. Vince, say hello.
Hello, everyone.
So, Vince, I've just described to people that you're a bit of an OG with the OnlyFans world. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, before we get to the OnlyFans bit, tell us a bit of a backstory about you in general.
Okay. I got into modeling when I was 18, just by chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. It all kind of spiraled from there. Shot with a guy called Dylan Rosser, and then it all just went from there. Then I worked for Armani, and then came back and did OnlyFans. OnlyFans was the lifesaver for me, to be perfectly honest.
Okay. Well, go on then. Explain that a little bit more.
I did really well with Armani. Went all around the world. Like if you put Vince Azzopardi Armani into Google, you'll see I did all of the shows for Giorgio, Emporio, everything. But then by a turn of luck, I met someone who in the space of like 4 days emptied my bank account, took everything and disappeared with everything.
Shit.
Yeah.
I
know.
I'm assuming that was like a relationship gone sour.
Yeah. So I moved to Dubai with this person and we've been together for a while. And I booked a photo shoot, went away, came back, and she took everything. She'd even took the dogs.
You know, speaking of which, by the way, if you can hear some crunching, my dogs are just eating right by me.
All right, my dogs are just there as well.
Okay. So she took your money, took your dogs. That must have been heartbreaking.
I got the dog back.
Oh, did you? So it's the same dog?
Yeah, it's Tap.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah,
Oh.
like Liam Nielsen to go and get my dog.
Oh, fair play, fair play. So you got the dog back, but let's backtrack first. So what did you do? You thought, oh crap, where you're stuck in Dubai now?
Yeah, I was actually stuck in Dubai homeless because she changed the deed on the property as well while I was away.
Yeah.
Complete swoop. So I had to get my stuff together and like get out of Dubai in about as fast as possible because I had no money and no house. You can't be homeless there. So
yeah.
Had to come back.
So did you get a flight and just leave Dubai?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
Yeah.
So where did you go then?
I went straight home. I went straight back to my mum's spare room for like a little bit back in Derby. And then for a series of events, I ended up sleeping rough for a bit. And then I had the opportunity come forward from, there was a guy called Tim Stokely who started OnlyFans. Anyway, his partner at the time, she was interested. She rang me up and said, do I want to get involved in OnlyFans? It's going to be a fitness website.
A fitness website, yeah?
I was number 15 on the website.
Okay.
Anyway, I got on there and to be honest.
So you were literally on OnlyFans day one starting?
Yeah.
Okay.
It made no money.
Well, no one knew about it. But I didn't know you started for the startup of OnlyFans. I thought you were just an earlier on person.
Oh, no, I was there.
Okay.
Start before it was like a naughty website. And sorry, that's just Rob playing with his phone.
Okay. So at least he's not playing with something else. Just windmill into the side.
Yeah. But no, I was there straight away from the start. So
you're now on this fitness website called OnlyFans.
It's earning $1 a month. No one trusts it, nothing. And then about 6 months in,
what happened?
Boom. I was like, well, I'm sorry, push-ups aren't pulling it. Yay, so I got it out.
So were you the first bloke to get his dick out on OnlyFans?
Probably not the first guy, but I was certainly one of them.
Okay.
I like I said, I'd lost everything. I was sleeping rough, and I was like, I wouldn't ever ask anyone for help. That's not me. So rather than even let any of my friends and family know the situation I was in,
Yeah.
I was dressing it up to something it wasn't. So anyway, yeah, started doing a little bit more on OnlyFans, and then I got 1,000 referrals.
1,000.
Yeah. So like pretty much all of the guys, like Dudman, I signed him up, Josh, Ben, Rob, Marshall, everyone from the start. I was
Crazy.
just dragging people in because they knew what situation I was in and how fast I'd managed to change it.
Yeah.
I was like, well, guys, it's here. The thing we've been waiting for. We've been building up a following for years for nothing, just so designers and photographers can milk it, and we were all broke. If one's honest, everyone was broke.
And a lot of these guys were getting pressured into doing like back pocket porn and touchdowns and shit. I bet
there was all sorts going on. It was rife.
Yeah.
It was bad at one point, like there was a lot of bad stuff going on. Underhand meets, there was no sexual health certificates, absolutely zero. It had gone to the Wild West. And then OnlyFans came about, and regardless of public opinion, I believe it cleaned up a lot of the industry.
Yeah, I think so.
Regulated, and the taboo became a talking. Well, you could talk about it,
Yeah.
rather than being like, "Oh, do you want to see my penis?"
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say. So you started getting your dick out after 6 months. What did you do? Did you go to your Instagram and just be like, by the way, everyone, if you want to see my penis, here it is?
Yeah, pretty much. I was so at the time.
Were you quite public on your Instagram saying that, or was it just in the DMs? Did you go to your...
Oh, I went straight on the story. I didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't care if they take the page by now. Like, I'm broke. I'm living rough. What's the worst that can happen? At that point, I had 257,000 followers on Instagram, and I was still broke. That was my point. I was saying to everyone, I was like, what's the point? And all of these followers, if everyone's broke, and I know what you're all doing because you all tell me what you're doing. So then that's when everyone just went, boom, just started signing up left, right, and center. So I had 1,000 referrals.
Well, I actually said that in the intro, saying because you're one of the OGs, you introduced a lot of people to it and changed a lot of people's lives. Because let's be honest, there's a lot of guys who are in shit situations.
I mean, when a lot of lads have said this, you changed my life. I haven't changed no one's life at all. I suggested something to people, and they took their own way with it. I've guided people, but you've got to have something about you to ever go on a course and continue it. It's like saying, "Oh, my personal trainer changed my life." Well, no, you went and found a personal trainer. Or my financial advisor. Well, no, you went and found a financial advisor. You followed the advice. I believe everyone who has done successful from joining OnlyFans, even if I was slightly involved, they would have anyway.
Yeah.
They're all valuable people who all would have done well. Maybe a little bit slower, but
Yeah, you were the stamp of approval they needed, really.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. Like, they would eventually found it, but because you did it first and changed your life, and you're like,
I just don't want to ever take away from them their work. At the end of the day, it's like I want them all to feel proud of what they've done and to.
Oh yeah, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. That's the
There you go.
They've done it themselves. They've done the marketing. You've just kind of said this is where, and if you want to do what I do, do what I do. But you've got your own way.
Yeah. I did manage to level up, lads, each time though. So like when I started using toys, all my referrals started using toys. Then I went onto the fuck machine. They started doing it. Then I made a bang page, and then a few of the other lads made bang pages, sex pages, tag team. To
be fair, I have noticed that the term bang page, I think you could have patented.
Yeah.
And by the way, that noise again was my dog. He's being the most. Can you hear him?
A little bit, but it's cool, man. Don't worry.
He's been munching away. He's been having a drink, and he's just done a burp, and I'm just like, for God's sake. But so you do kind of set trends and stuff. Speaking of the fuck machine, I've never used one. And I'm the one who's took a dick in the ass.
See, I I've done a lot of anal scenes with big toys and stuff like that. I was trying to teach Will, did manage to teach him quite a bit. There's a few scenes where I was trying to show him, and his lady friend was around and so forth. And, it was just, yeah, I've taught a few of the lads actually. Dudman was the first one that I shown. We were in LA together. It was after the Andrew Christian photo shoot.
Yeah.
I had a custom to do, and he was like, "How the fuck are you doing that?" It was like a big toy, and I was like, there are ways. So,
okay,
I'm sure you already know this.
I want you to explain it for the viewer now.
So it's like you have to exhaust the muscle around it, and then it relaxes. Mm-hmm. So it goes in, and everyone else is thinking, relax, relax, relax. It's like saying, don't look at a fucking car crash. You can't force yourself to do that. However, you can force yourself to contract. So what I do is I over contract the muscle, and then it becomes more tired.
Yeah, so you've actually gone back to your fitness roots and done a PNF stretch on your bumhole.
There we are. Yes. You know what a PNF is. So yeah, so there we go.
I've never ever heard anyone say that.
Antagonist, you want to activate more of your chest, go and fry your rhomboids.
I've never actually heard anyone talk about anal, about like tense, and then relax.
Oh yeah,
but it makes sense.
Even down to so obviously I've taught yoga and stuff like that, and I've done a lot of martial arts. So you have to think about your pelvic position and how to stretch through so that all of your muscles are relaxed but fixed. So you're not sat there like tensing one ass cheek and your fucking abs are tense in here because you're all over the gaff. You've just got to.
So what? Because this is quite funny. So this is a straight guy teaching a bi guy and gay men watching and whatnot how to take better anal. This is quite funny. But
my best mates teach him as well.
Yeah, I think it's Ace.
So there's two Robs. There's Big Rob, who everyone knows, and then there's Big Gay Rob, who's another creator from Liverpool, and I had to teach him, and he's got a husband.
Fair play. So I just want to actually go about this contracting. So do you do the contracting before anything's going in, or do you do it like the tips there? Or
I do it before quite a lot. So I like, even while I'm getting the toy ready and everything else, and then as it goes in, relax, then it's in, and then I clamp again for like another 5-10 seconds, and then relax, and then it's just like through,
like a sock.
Yeah.
Okay. That's great. That's awesome. All right. Well,
that works for me. Like that's and it works for quite a few other people as well. It might not work.
Work for everyone.
It's not a fail safe.
So we're talking now about whacking dildos up your ass and stuff, and some decent sized toys from the sound of things, and fuck machines. Yeah. If I was to sign up to your OnlyFans, what would I expect?
Well, there's videos and pictures with pretty much most of the boys in the business. So obviously, I've met most of them and helped them come up. Everything is all on the wall, has been all the way through. I
actually thought you'd done pay-per-view, so that's quite interesting to know.
No, I think I don't want to talk ill of how other people do their business. So it's just not how I like to do it. If I go to a buffet, I'll pay £100 for a buffet. That's fine. If I get there and I can eat all of the food. However, if I turn up and I've paid £20 for a buffet and I'm like, it's £5 for chips, and it's £5, I'll just walk out. I want to arrive, know that I've got my door entry and so forth, and then I'm okay to go. So that's how my page works. And a few of my friends and referrals have got the same sort of thing. Not all of them, but for me, the PPV thing, I don't know, it's like upselling.
Yeah, that's for you. Like you were saying earlier, you do customs. You'd be like, I'll do it through the custom way, but the stuff that I just post.
Yeah. Like the customs, I mean, those are usually, someone wanting to see a certain thing, or like their name on your back, or you saying their name, stuff like that. It's usually dildo videos or folk machine stuff like that, because I'm finding out more and more lads, they just can't do it. So,
Yeah.
and I've got quite a big ass from all of my squats.
Yeah. Actually, I believe one of the fan questions is asking, how did you get your ass? So we'll get to that later.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
obviously, people are noticing it. And a lot of your TikToks and Reels are you wearing leggings, really trying to show off that ass.
Have to. So, like I said, I had that big page, 257,000. And then I had another one that had 200,000, and another one that had 100,000. And in a week, they deleted them all, Instagram.
All
Like,
of them.
yeah, boom, 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 gone, gone, gone. So I had to start from fresh, entirely from fresh. And my Twitters all went as well. I had like 3 Twitters, they all went. So like all the accounts that you see now, they are all like the Twitter is from 2020, but I had to buy that because I'm not allowed a Twitter. This is how banned I am.
Okay.
It's a fan page. But my Instagrams, they're all brand new.
Yeah.
So like
they're pretty big as well already.
Because I don't know if I should share this bit of secret. So the algorithm, if you've got too much skin out, you won't get on the explore page. That's just that. That's the secret. If you've got on skin tight leggings, all in one, it's closed. That's it.
Okay.
So it's considered a PG post. So you make a new account, you do loads of PG posts like that, wait for admin to find you. They will find you. They will shadow ban the account because that's just what admin do. As soon as they find out you are an adult creator.
Yeah, to be fair, I've noticed that. It's like, once you're clocked, your account's ruined.
Yeah, like I've got 10 Instagrams now. And
10.
Yeah, because I do it like this, I'll make one. And so like one of them, it got 30,000 followers in a month, right? Because it wasn't shadow banned. Instagram says there is no shadow ban, but trust me, there is a shadow ban. I have friends who work for Instagram who have pretty much confirmed everything that we think. But anyway, the moment that your account has been targeted, like you said, it's done. Just call it a day. It's okay to keep it, yeah, and you might get a few more followers and so forth. But if you are looking to seriously expand your demographic, you would want to do that with the ability for it to just go out there, not to a specific set like our pages are. So like, for example, once you've been shadow banned, you won't be on the suggested posts, you won't be on the like posts, you won't be on the suggested reels, and all of this different stuff. So yeah, that's why I have so many Instagrams, because I like to drive all of my traffic through new pages, bring in new people.
Great. To be fair, that's a good bit of advice. So we'd normally done the advice bit at the end, but I think we covered that. We'll do another one at the end. Yeah. Okay, so back to your life-changing moment into OnlyFans. You mentioned something about martial arts.
Yes. So, well, I have 2 separate black belts and close to a black belt in different martial arts. And my big break into modeling was from a kickboxing fight that I had in Germany.
So how does that happen then?
Well, I won the fight, and the photographer had contacts in Milan, and he was like, "Oh, would you like to do a photo shoot?" And then, behold, his contacts were Giorgio Armani. And then a few weeks later, I was doing fashion shows for Armani.
Bloody hell.
That's what helped me build up my following, so that when I could, because like Armani, yes, it paid nice money, but it wasn't like OnlyFans. It was a normal job kind of income. But it helped me build up the following so that when I needed it, I could push them to OnlyFans and sort my life out, do the life-changing thing, get a house, not be homeless, not be broke.
Well, that explains, because you said earlier that it was like really random how you got into modeling, was unplanned kind of thing. So
yeah,
I was wondering, how do you do that? I just walked in front of a camera. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, I was a really fat kid, so I started kickboxing to try and lose weight. And I thought that, it was a photo shoot about kickboxing. I didn't realize it was a photo shoot about my looks, because he asked me at a kickboxing event, and I'd won the kickboxing event. And, I was like, well, obviously it's about me being a kickboxer, but my naivety paid off.
Yeah.
Went to the right people.
That's a good job. You took him up on the offer, because it's completely, your life's gone down a track from there.
Yeah.
All right, so let's liven this up with a bit of hilarity. So, what is the funniest thing that has ever happened in all of your OnlyFans time? Whether it could be something in the DMs, whether it be on shoot, whether it be something with just like the group of the lads that you hang around with through it. Have you got any funny stories?
There's so many that pop up straight away, and to me, it's funny. I don't. Well, whenever we're on set, there's always stupid antics going on, and one guy, I'm not going to name him because it's a bit grim, but it's hilarious. He was on a rowing machine and he'd strapped a huge dildo to it, and he's rowing away while he sat on the dildo.
Fuck.
Right. He's a really big creator. There was loads of us in LA. We'd all got this massive house, and I don't know what the fuck. Anyway, the fucking he's in the garage. Anyway, you know the sliding
the doors.
It starts opening for no reason, for no fucking reason, and he's there like, right, and he jumps it right. It's in LA as well, so it's busy. And the door opens, and at that point, he realizes the whole time he's been looking to the right to his camera, like, woo, and the gate's opening from the left.
Oh my God.
There's people walking past. He jumps off this dildo at a speed, right? And it's not a clean exit.
No. Oh my God.
Running down this fucking mansion that we've got. And I'll never forget it.
Oh my God. I can just imagine the people behind just walking past. You're just like, oh shit.
Yeah, members of the public, man. And he's just like, yeah.
That's unfortunate. That can't be posted anywhere.
I know.
So unfortunate. Have you got any others?
That would be the top one, definitely. I
Yeah.
mean, whenever we're on shoot, like, I don't know if you saw the outtakes from the other day when me and Big Rob were on set.
I saw a couple things.
Yeah, it's just all hilarious. Like, we're just constantly just. That's one of the best things about this job, the freedom. Okay, there's the public sometimes have got a negative opinion of us, which is fine. Everyone's allowed their opinion. But I don't have to deal with any members of staff that I don't like. If there's any members of staff who I don't like, guess what? I don't see them anymore. You know, my workmates are my mates. It's fantastic. The venues that I work at are ones that we get to choose. We haven't got a boss. It's all just fun. So every shoot has just been really enjoyable. And if it's not, then it never happens again.
I love that. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
So from that, let's move on to some fan questions. So you sent me a few earlier, and so some of these, it's just your typical stuff. Like, would you ever fuck a guy? And if so, would it be me? And that's from a guy called Jay.
I mean, I've heard these questions before on your podcast. If they had enough money, yes. I'm not one of these guys who's going to lie and be like £50 million to have sex with a gay man.
Oh, hint at Rob over there.
You know what I mean? Like, come on now, mister. No, I'd be there. You know what I mean? Get your checkbook out. My arse is out.
Well, there you go. So we got one from, I can't even say this name. Yes, Wakita. Interesting one. Can I call you daddy?
No, I don't like that. I think
I despise it. So, but yeah, great minds think alike.
Fuck, man.
One of them that kind of gives you a bit of a cringe.
Yeah. Oh, daddy. So is the American. I don't know.
Oh, it's huge in the UK right now.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah, not for me.
Yeah. How did you manage to make your booty look so amazing? That's from Sergio.
So I had an injury in my lower back, which caused me to do quite a bit of research into why my back was injured. And I was told that my glutes don't activate very well. So I went overboard. And my glutes loads, and now they've just massive. And even if I take time off, my glutes just stay big and fat.
So what's the arse routine then? What did you do to grow that ass?
Everyone always goes on about squats, but unless you've got proper form with squats, it will just hurt your back. Lunges. Yeah, do it barefoot. Make sure that you press them with a heel, and make sure that knees at a 90-degree angle so that you can activate through your glutes and not focus on your quads. And when you get
So,
to the top, squeeze the glutes.
so
Train.
any particular type of lunge? Is it like forward lunges, backward, or walking?
I mean, Bulgarian ones are fine. I mean, any lunges really, just as long as you're getting enough depth to activate the glute and to keep that tension on the glute. The amount of weight is not important at all. Unless you're wanting to be a weightlifter, you don't really need to focus on lifting weight. What you need is enough weight for the muscle to contract. And when you contract it, you squeeze it so hard that you draw all of the blood and the nutrients and whatever stuff you've got in your body to that muscle to help it grow and go into hypertrophy.
Okay, so would you do that at the start of your like leg workout or something?
No, that's all the way through. It's called a sarcoplasmic pump.
Okay, so explain that then.
So you force load blood into a muscle until the blood coagulates, and then it creates a sort of plasma. Hence why it's called sarcoplasmic pump. Arnold found it out by accident, and then scientists looked into it and found out that it's actually a very beneficial way to force load a certain area to grow. So if you have weak glutes, try that.
So just doing the lunges every now and again through the workout.
You can do it with any glute. You can do it with any muscular exercise that activates. What you want to focus on is a sarcoplasmic pump. So nice and slow on the draw back and slow on the push, and really focus on just squeezing that muscle. If you really need to, I'd say for everyone to Google it, sarcoplasmic pump. And there's lots of videos and examples of how to do it properly. And everyone's bodies is a little bit different. So the biomechanics of everyone's body is a little bit different. So what works for me won't work for you. My femur is quite long. Some people's are quite short, you know, so you have to find a different thing that would activate through.
Okay.
Because
right, so I'll give that a Google. Anyone listening, sarcoplasmic pump.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah. Sounds like the penis pumps you've been using, like a fancy name for one.
Mate, fantastic things. Fantastic things. I do love a good penis pump.
To be fair, I've used them a couple of times. I need to get back on them because, to be fair, like yeah, look at that thickness.
Oh, yeah, look at it. Just swinging it about like a bat. No, it's fantastic. Same sort of.
Have you ever tried anything like else, like these like crazy enlarging things? Like obviously you got the pumps, and they do like the ball saline injection things. Have you ever tried anything like that?
No, I haven't actually.
Would you ever be tempted?
No.
No. Fair enough. I'm curious because I just kind of want to like feel the thwack of my balls like on a thrust.
Yeah, no. I mean, my balls are pretty heavy anyway. So sometimes, you know, if I'm like going doolally clap,
Yeah,
I'll fall for swing under and swing back. So it can hurt.
I've got tiny testicles, so
yeah, I've got big swingers.
Mine just make my dick look bigger because they're so small.
Fantastic.
That's the trick. Have small balls and you look bigger. So.
When you have massive balls, you don't have to stuff your pants. Everyone's like, look how massive he is. It's balls.
Yeah. That everyone thinks it's all dick when people have big bulges, but no, that's the secret. It's big balls.
That's it, yeah.
All right, so we got one here, and this one's quite interesting because it's from a female, and she is a creator. Her name's Lola. Does your work reflect your sexuality? Do you do bi content, kink content, or fetish? And do you do it for content or do you do it personal? Is there a differential?
Well, obviously, I wank loads anyway. So everyone enjoys wanking. I selectively enjoy using the toys. There's times where it's absolutely fantastic. You know, hit the right area and it's just fucking sick. And you're like, could video this for like an hour. Absolutely brilliant. Other times, obviously, you know, I'm a human. There's times where massive toy going in my ass, it's just not doing it for me that day. But there's nothing that I do that I don't enjoy. Hence why my content, some people say I'm really boring because I haven't changed or pushed my limits, but I was straight out like a bull out of the gate. While everyone else was hiding their faces and still covering their dick, I was already, you know, doing boy-girl scenes and whacking toys up my ass while I was doing a boy-girl scene. So I like what I like. And it's quite easy to do it all, really. So yeah, everything that I do on there is what I enjoy.
Yeah, so saying that, have you done pegging?
I haven't, because it's the control thing.
Okay.
So like I've done videos where there's girls putting toys up my arse. So, you know, like big 10-inch dildo, and go and do lolly clap. But I don't know. It's like the control of them being of me being bottomed by a person.
Okay. I'd say give it a go, but if you're like, I don't know if I can, don't do anything you're not comfortable with.
Like with the foot machine, I'm in control. I've got the dial, and I'm like, put it up to full whack, and I'm like, yeah, this is brilliant. And then I don't know.
Well, maybe like with pegging, if you ever want to try it, do it where you're on top.
Mm.
Yeah, because that's like if I do it, I have to start like that. But I
Okay.
think that's just a relaxing thing. But you're saying now I need to do this new method of tense my bum hole and then relax.
We'll do a video together. I'll show you.
Yeah.
Side by side.
Yeah, dildo side by yeah. All right. Well, high five as well as we do it.
Me and Dean did one like that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Fair enough. There we go. That's the type of content people are expecting, and it's what you enjoy. That's what you say anyway.
Funny, honestly, if you see the videos, you'll see. I mean, Dean's my brother-in-law anyway, so it's we've known each other for a long time, so it's very easy to be relaxed around him. Some people,
yeah. To be fair, I mean, when I filmed with Dean, I was quite relaxed with him. And you're quite like him as well. Because when we shot together in the photo shoot, you're just like, yeah, sound dead chill. So,
well, yeah.
I'll get that vibe anyway. So another one, final one, because the other ones are in foreign languages and I can't introduce them. If you used a black light in your bedroom, would it light up like Christmas?
Fucked.
Yeah.
It'd be fucked.
You need to change your bedding.
It's everywhere.
Oh God, that's vile.
Well, the thing is, it's like I live in this old converted church, and there's been a lot done here, a lot filmed. Will comes around all the time. He's around all the time. Liam lived here for ages. Josh was here as well. There's a lot happened here. A lot has been filmed here.
So for a church, you've
Blind the doors off it, mate. Yeah.
I can't believe what you've got up to in that church. That's shocking.
I know.
There's a special place for you waiting. All right. So before we do end this, is there any advice you'd like to give someone who's considering getting into industry or who is not doing so well and just needs a bit of help?
If you're looking to get into the industry and you're looking to do well and stay here, start slow. Don't press your red button is what I would say. So many people go all out straight away, like boom, and then where do they go? Like you see people doing a gangbang in their first 6 months. You're like, all right, well, that's your level now. If you can maintain that, that's great. However, that is a very high performance level to maintain. So make sure that what you're doing is sustainable. And if you're struggling, I would say make more social medias. Are you pissed off that the social media you've got is shit? Well, that's sad. Make more social medias. Is they doing shit? Make more social medias. Understand every social media you make is going to get deleted. I've been doing this for 17 years. There's people who hit me up and they're like, oh, aren't you such and such? I can't even remember the name of the old pages. I don't care. I make them like sacrificial lambs. Make them, break them, transfer them across to Twitter and hope that you can keep your Twitter for a bit. I've got rid of 13 Twitters so far.
13.
Yeah. Don't be upset. It's not personal. People are going to report you. People are going to hate you, but it's because they hate themselves. Don't take it personal. When you log off, log off. Leave your work brain as best as you can there because you're no longer being paid. It's very easy to get wrapped up in the phone and be obsessed with it. And, oh, look at the money. Lads, look at the money. Leave it alone. You will become obsessed with it and it becomes toxic. Trust me, I've done it. And I know loads of lads that have done it. And also, try and be realistic with the money that you're earning today because it may not be the same tomorrow. Try and invest. I didn't go flash with anything. I've got stuff that looks flash, but I've always made sure that it was all affordable for what I was earning so that if this all goes to shit, I'm not living rough again. So it's not going to be an OnlyFans the second coming. When this is done, it's done.
Yeah, completely agree.
Just be sensible, look after yourselves, make sure you're sustainable, be healthy, and ask questions. Like with people like Ethan, he knows loads of people. I know loads of people. If you are worried about networking with a particular person, do not be afraid to just ask for feedback on the person.
Perfect. I mean, that's really sound advice, that. So, Vince, if you could, bear in mind your social media is probably going to get deleted tomorrow. Could you shout out your social media tags at the moment, if you remember them?
It would be vincentaz.com.
Mm-hmm.
And if you put that into Google, it will bring up all of the current social medias that haven't been deleted.
And that's a bit of advice for anyone as well. Get yourself a domain name and then link tree all your social medias. So if they ever get deleted, people can just find you again. Like mine is MrBritainx.com. Yeah. You can find me there, vincentaz.com. And yeah, cheers for that, buddy. Thanks for coming on.
It's all right, bro. I'll see you soon.
Oh, and before everyone goes, subscribe to the channel. Thanks.
Nice.